Okay, Curry, we're on the second floor of my house, and what do you see?
Well, we have the blower door running right now, Scott, and what it's doing is pulling air through all of the cracks in your air barrier. This is giving us a color rendered photo of the surface temperatures on the drywall surfaces on the interior of your house. I'll start off by saying that none of these surfaces, except for the ceiling, is an exterior surface. We're in the second story of your building. This is your stairwell. What we can see here is air communicating being pulled from the attic down into the tops of these interior partitions. On this east wall, there is actually an air pathway that is directly from the attic, and it goes right down through these stud cavities until it reaches the second floor system, and then it is being further communicated through the floor system. Um, Very common in houses, even new houses, to see a breach in the air barrier. Your house has a polyethylene sheet under on the upper side of the drywall. That polyethylene sheet stops airflow. It also stops vapor. It's a vapor barrier, so vapor pressure is also halted in those areas. However, in your house, the vapor barrier along the ceiling is discontinuous, meaning that the interior partitions were erected before the vapor barrier was put up. As such, the air is able to bypass that air barrier and be pulled under our imposed conditions into the wall cavities. Of course, under natural closed up wintertime conditions, we're going to have air penetrating any hole in these interior partitions, conducting up through the interior partition and exhausting into the attic. And we can see that reverse flow right here now on this outlet. Um, you can see air blowing back right through the switch itself, which means there is air being pulled from the attic down through that interior partition, because there's likely a hole where that wire comes into that partition, and then being pulled through that switch. Again, under natural conditions, you're going to have air being drafted out. Very little amount of air right here, but it will draft out any penetration in an interior partition and find its way to the attic. A larger hole might be at a door casing where you've got a much larger penetration in an interior partition, and it would then exhaust right up through.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.